The American dream of homeownership is feeling more like a nightmare. You watch people pack up their lives, their belongings, and their hopes, all to escape a state that was supposed to offer a golden future. Maybe you're one of them, or maybe you're thinking about moving. The truth is, California's housing market is at a breaking point. For so many, buying a home has become a constant source of stress, a financial struggle. The promises of sunny skies and beautiful homes feel hollow when the numbers don't add up. From soaring prices to crippling insurance premiums and a lack of affordability, the warning signs are everywhere. Cities that were once vibrant hubs are now bracing for a market correction or worse. We're going to expose the top 10 worst cities to buy a home in California in 2025. We'll look at the data that shows why buying now could be a huge mistake. Whether you're a buyer, renter, or investor, these facts will open your eyes to what's really happening. So stay tuned, and let's dive into the top 10 worst places to buy a home in California. Before we dive in, if advertisements should interrupt this video, please do not click off of the advertisements. Please allow them to play through as a thank you to me for bringing you this valuable information. Now let's continue. 10. Los Angeles. Welcome to Los Angeles, the city of dreams, luxury, and endless reinvention. But beneath the surface, the dream of homeownership is shattering. In 2025, the median home price in LA sits at a staggering $870,000. But with the median household income at just $75,000, that's a massive affordability gap. Monthly mortgage payments often exceed $4,200, a financial chokehold for most buyers. High interest rates, often hovering above 7%, are only adding fuel to the fire. It's not just price either. LA now ranks among the top cities for outbound migration, losing over 32,000 residents since 2023. Why? The soaring cost of living, rising crime, and insurance premiums that have doubled due to wildfire risks. Even glamorous neighborhoods like Echo Park and West Hollywood are seeing longer listing times and deeper price cuts. Over 23% of listings dropped their prices in Q1 of 2025 alone. For many families, LA is no longer a financially livable city. If you find these facts helpful, remember to subscribe for more real-time housing insights. 9. Oakland. Oakland was once the Bay Area's bold and more affordable alternative, diverse and dynamic. But in 2025, the dream is fading. The median home price in Oakland is now above $720,000, while incomes barely cross $80,000. That mismatch has turned homeownership into a financial balancing act, and not a stable one. Over 30% of listings dropped their prices in early 2025, with homes sitting unsold for over 60 days. But the biggest red flag is crime. Oakland now ranks among the top 5 cities in the U.S. for property crime. The rise in carjackings, break-ins, and assaults has driven many residents and investors to the exits. Over 12,000 people have left the city since 2023. At the same time, insurance premiums are climbing fast, especially in hillside neighborhoods prone to wildfires. Some homeowners are paying 45% more than they did just 3 years ago. The result is a market bloated with inventory but lacking buyers. Oakland's vibrancy is real, but its housing stability, not in 2025. 8. Stockton. Stockton, once known for its rebound, is starting to spiral again. In 2025, Stockton's median home price is around $480,000. While not as shocking as LA or San Diego, it's still well above what locals can afford. The average income is just $66,000. This disconnect has created one of the most financially strained housing markets in the Central Valley. Over 28% of listings dropped their prices in the last quarter, and homes are sitting unsold for over 50 days on average. Foreclosure filings are also creeping up, 17% higher than this time last year, as adjustable-rate mortgages reset and household budgets snap under inflation. Crime remains a major issue, too. Stockton ranks high for violent incidents, eroding buyer confidence and lowering long-term neighborhood value. And while new construction is flooding the outskirts, buyer demand is retreating. The housing bubble here is stretching thin, and a pop could be near. 7. San Diego. San Diego, the jewel of Southern California with sun-kissed beaches, military pride, and endless coastal charm, looks like the perfect place to call home. But in 2025, the reality is starting to sting. Median home prices have surged past $850,000, while the median household income lingers around $82,000. That's a dangerous disconnect that forces many families to spend over 40% of their gross income just on housing. And that's before we even get to insurance, which is skyrocketing. Why? Because of growing wildfire risks, coastal erosion, and rising sea levels. Premiums have jumped by more than 50% since 2020, and some insurers are pulling out altogether. Meanwhile, inventory is piling up, especially in overbuilt luxury condo markets. In Q1 of 2025, nearly 24% of listings saw price reductions. And it gets worse. Population growth has slowed to a crawl. Some areas are even seeing mild outmigration as affordability collapses. San Diego still looks like paradise on the surface, but for homebuyers, it's become a painful dream with a price tag few can justify. 6. Burbank. Burbank, the golden suburb of Hollywood, where palm trees line studio backlots and sunshine spills onto every block. But in 2025, what was once a cozy, creative haven is now a ticking financial time bomb for buyers. The median home price here is pushing a jaw-dropping $1 million, while average household income hasn't caught up, hovering just under $90,000. That's an imbalance that's unsustainable, especially with interest rates locked near 7%. It's pricing out even dual-income families. Property taxes are among the highest in Los Angeles County, and insurance premiums are rising fast, driven by record heat waves and wildfire threats from the nearby hills. Many homeowners are now paying over $4,500 a month just to keep their home. Worse still, homes that once sold within days are sitting for 60-plus days on the market. Bidding wars have vanished, replaced by slashed prices. Wage growth is flat, and corporate layoffs are trickling in from nearby entertainment and tech hubs. So while the city still shines behind the scenes, it's flashing major red flags. This isn't just a market correction, it's a reckoning. 5. Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz, the surfer's sanctuary and the artist's retreat, has long been a California dream. But in 2025, it's turned into a budget-breaking nightmare for homebuyers. The median home price here has climbed to a shocking $1.2 million, while the average household income barely nudges above $85,000. That's one of the worst home price-to-income ratios in America, forcing buyers to fork over more than 50% of their gross income just to afford a home, if they can even get insured. And that's no small if. Santa Cruz faces a trifecta of climate threats: flood-prone coastal zones, rising sea levels, and wildfire risks in the surrounding hills. Insurance premiums have soared by 40% since 2022, with some properties now requiring special add-on fire coverage. The market is cooling fast. Over 25% of listings saw price cuts in Q1 2025, and average days on market have doubled compared to 2023. For dreamers and beach lovers, Santa Cruz will always have a lure, but buying here means shouldering outsized risk for uncertain returns. 4. Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara, a coastal jewel of Spanish architecture and seaside serenity. It looks like a Mediterranean fantasy, but for buyers in 2025, that fantasy comes with a harsh price tag. Home prices here have ballooned to nearly $1.5 million. Yet, local incomes average just around $90,000. That's not just a gap, it's a financial chasm. Listing times are up 60% year over year, and nearly 30% of properties dropped their asking price in Q1 2025. The once red-hot demand is cooling and fast. But what's really rattling this market? Climate risk. Wildfires and mudslides are becoming more common. Insurance premiums have skyrocketed, with many homeowners now paying over $5,000 annually, and some hillside homes being outright denied coverage. Santa Barbara is also losing its workforce. Between 2022 and 2024, over 8,000 residents left, mostly service workers and renters. Santa Barbara still looks like paradise in brochures, but for buyers in 2025, it's a paradise lost. 3. Palm Springs. Palm Springs, the desert oasis where Hollywood once came to hide. But in 2025, that glitter is starting to fade. The median home price now sits around $675,000, while household incomes struggle to rise past $70,000. But the real heat, it's not just in the housing market. It's in the air. Palm Springs endured over 60 days above 110 degrees Fahrenheit last year. Utility costs are skyrocketing. Drought restrictions are tightening, and wildfire risk is surging. Insurance premiums are up nearly 50% in just 3 years. Worse still, the market is oversaturated. Overbuilding and investor exit strategies have led to a glut of listings. In Q1 of 2025, 31% of homes had price cuts, and the average time on market has soared past 50 days. Palm Springs might still draw tourists, but for buyers, the heat is on and not in a good way. 2. Mendocino. Mendocino, where towering redwoods meet ragged Pacific cliffs. It's serene, it's scenic, it's storybook. But for homebuyers in 2025, it's also severely strained. The average home price here is over $650,000, but the median income is a modest $60,000. That gap leaves most locals priced out entirely, while remote professionals who relocated here have begun retreating, citing cost, risk, and isolation. That isolation is a major red flag. Access to essentials like healthcare and broadband remains limited. Wildfires have become annual threats. Insurance costs have soared, with many homeowners paying $4,700 or more per year just to protect modest properties. This spring, 35% of homes in Mendocino had price drops, the highest rate in Northern California. Yes, Mendocino is peaceful and beautiful, but in 2025, owning a home feels more like managing a survival outpost. Number 1 on the list is San Francisco. San Francisco, the Golden Gate, the innovation capital, the city of startups, revolutions, and now slipping real estate dreams. In 2025, the median home price in San Francisco still hovers around a staggering $1.35 million, but the buzz is gone. Tech layoffs, shifting remote work dynamics, and mass migration have hollowed out demand. Since 2021, over 50,000 people have left the city. What's left behind? Vacant units, slashed rents, and growing inventory. In Q1 2025, nearly 1 in 3 homes on the market had a price cut. But price isn't the only pressure. Property crime remains rampant. HOA fees can exceed $1,800 per month, and insurance premiums now top $6,000 per year for many homeowners. Even the luxury market is unraveling. San Francisco still carries prestige, but in 2025, buying here means accepting high cost, high risk, and deep uncertainty. Disclaimer: this video is for informational purposes only. The data and insights shared are based on public information and market analysis. Property values and market conditions can change rapidly. Consult with a qualified real estate professional or financial advisor before making any buying or selling decisions. If you've made it this far, do yourself a favor. Like this video and subscribe to our channel. We dig past the hype to deliver real stories, real data, and real value so you can protect your wallet and plan your future with confidence. What city on this list surprised you the most? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below.